Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. I am so excited to be reading for you today. We are asking what is about to knock on your door. Literally, what's arriving, what's happening, what is going to just rock up and knock on your door. Now I'm seeing this for pile 1 and I'm actually seeing this for pile 2. Let me just shuffle again, and there is pile 3. Beautiful souls, if you're new to tarot, well, first of all, welcome everyone, and welcome to anyone new to my beautiful channel and Moon Magic community, because it's not just me, it's all of us. If you are completely new to tarot, I'm drawing 3 cards to assist you in tuning in with your intuition, and then we will do 3 readings, and the timestamps are in the description box below, so you can find your way to the right reading for you, or readings, because it's sometimes more. So let's look at these cards. I'm going to draw a rune and a charm as well, and we are asking, what is literally about to knock on your door? What's arriving, what's coming? So, pile 1, Galactic Healer. This is your card, pile 1. Okay, pile 2, you have Awakened Spirit. This is your card. And pile 3, you have Between Worlds. Wow. Amazing energy here. I've got to say, I feel like this room is just flooding with light. This is making me very excited about doing these readings for you. Okay, let's draw a rune and a charm for each as well. So, yeah, pile 1, you have the rune of defense. Okay, this is Awaz. Pile 2, you have the rune of gateway, Thurizaz. And pile 3, straight away, you have the rune of harvest. This is Jira. Okay, and your charms for today are pile 1, you have, oh, this is so adorable, best friends. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so you have best friend or friends. Then pile 2, you have a turtle. Gosh, if you were drawn to both of these already, this could be an indication that both of these readings have something for you. Okay, and then pile 3, you have the 5-pointed star, the Venus star. Beautiful. Okay. Super Souls, I am going to leave the video running for a little bit longer so you can take as long as you like. You can always pause, press the pause button if you need a bit more as well. And oh, there is my doorbell ringing. I had better go and see who that is. I pressed the pause button there for obvious reasons, but how funny is that? We are doing this reading. What is about to knock on your door? I was not expecting any form of delivery. Something has just arrived unexpectedly. I just think that is uncanny, really, given the context, the questions that we are asking. Anyway, beautiful souls, as I was saying, I will leave the video running for a few moments longer. Expect the unexpected. What is about to knock on your door? Press the pause button if you need longer, and beautiful souls, the timestamps as always are in the description box and also in the pinned comment for phone users to access really easily as well. Tons of love, and I'll see you in the readings in just a moment. Beautiful pile one, welcome to your reading. Now, this has some energy about it. It really does. Galactic Healer. This is card 17. 7 and 1 are 6. So just holding those numbers in mind if that means anything for you. Best friends. And oh gosh, very strong connections coming through for you. And the rune of Awad's defense. I'm going to make quite a big, bold statement here, pile one. I feel like you are in the process of discovering who you really are, actually. You know, a connection, a connectivity to, well, maybe other beings. Maybe you are learning to channel, or your channeling abilities are becoming clearer. You've come here with purpose. Maybe you are someone already, if we think of the like clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, you know, all of the clairs, you know, they are all speaking about whether we see things, we hear things, we just know something without ever having researched it, we just know it. We have those conversations, we see things in our mind's eye. But best friend. So I'm just going to voice what's channeling through already for you, my beautiful souls. So I suspect you have been experiencing at times a kind of a sense of isolation. This is a theme that has come up in a few readings, so about finding your tribe. And I kind of feel like someone is about to come knocking on your door who has the same kind of connections, actually. I think you may well be about to meet someone who has that same connectivity to, you know, it could be the Pleiadian connections, sacred geometry, the clairs, you know, there's someone, excuse me, there's someone about to come into your world. Literally, something is going to come knocking on your door that leads you to a connection with someone. I think it's going to validate something of who you are. You may already be experiencing an increase in these gifts, but in doing so, what tends to happen is it sometimes means that the world you've been growing up in feels, or growing up in, have grown up in, or are in currently, your current circumstances, you may just find that, I mean, you may actually find you've never felt like you quite fitted, in all honesty, and you've had to defend yourself on occasions, I think, actually. And now I think it's almost that some of you may even have shut down your gifts because it just wasn't possible for you to live with them in an active way in the circumstances that you were surrounded by. But I think they're being activated now. I think you're probably receiving. I think you are literally becoming a receiver for information, and it will be coming to you with purpose. Move forward with an open mind. Galactic Healer. It is as if you are going to be stepping into your role as a galactic healer in a different way. I actually think this is really clear. These gifts that I think you either have already know that you've got them, and you've already experienced things, or they're relatively new to you and they're awakening now, or they are increasing rapidly, or you're trying to now work out how you can be you in an environment which possibly doesn't always fit for you. You may have suppressed them at school and during your childhood, but increasingly things will be coming to you that are so apparent, the answers before you've even looked them up, knowing where to go, what to do, what to say. Something is activating through you, and I feel already that with the best friend, it feels as though you're going to find, I could almost say, a partner in crime. It doesn't necessarily mean it is a relationship as in intimacy, because we have best friends. It could be, but someone knocking on your door that has a similar resonance to you. Resonance is everything. I'm seeing the resonance here, and this speaks of resonance too. This rune speaks of developing an aversion to the resonance of people who are just not vibrating at the same frequency as you, because this is a high vibrational frequency, and I feel that it's possibly a bit of a struggle, and you may feel a little bit isolated, but I feel like someone is about to connect with you, whether it's a metaphorical knocking on your door, or like me, literally someone rings the doorbell and you just connect, you have a conversation somehow. Let's draw more cards and see what we are shown. May we have more information for pile 1, please. May we know what this connection is. What is this person or someone or something knocking on the door of my beautiful, beautiful pile 1? Okay, I'm going to also draw a herbal astrology card. I will put the names of the cards, and if I have any links, I will put them in there too for you as well. Place this one. I'm going to draw from the Akashic Tarot as well. See where this sits. And that's your card. Let us have a look. So we have mugwort. Look at this. Psychic healing. Galactic healer. Okay. You just couldn't write it, could you? You could not write it. Wow. I am so seeing your sight, your mediumship coming through here. It's absolutely unquestionable here with the moon and with Neptune. Your mediumship, in whatever way, shape or form that is, that gift that is you, this is developing. And look at this, the muse. How fascinating, because the muse is, you know, traditionally, if you are a writer, for example, your muse is someone who inspires you to write. I think someone is coming forward in your world, knocking on your door. That's what's knocking on your door, who will inspire you. This is why we have the best friend. Now, we'll possibly draw more cards around this to get more information. We might draw clarifying cards around it. We'll see what else we're shown initially. But I think someone, and it is a particular person, it's not like, I don't think it's a group of people, interestingly enough. I think it is a person. Now, they may not be on the same frequency. They may not be resonating on the same frequency. I thought initially they were. And for some of you, that may be true. That may absolutely be the case, that you meet a fellow healer walking on the journey. But this could also be someone who is specifically coming here at a level of soul to inspire you to step up and fulfill your greatest potential. Almost a mentor, but it may not be a mentor who is teaching you. It has a much stronger feeling here of a mentor who is walking with you, like this owl sitting on your shoulder. Someone who has your back. Someone who supports you, who wants you to be the seer, wants you to continue with your mediumship, wants you to own your gifts, supports you 1,000% in what you're doing, wants you to, you know, be connected to the universe. They see you as somebody who is extraordinary, and they are willing to walk alongside you, to sit on your shoulder. They're not in this for the limelight. I'm not suggesting you're in it for the limelight either. But I think by that I mean that this person is backing your gifts, as opposed to being a teacher or a mentor who is your guide, or, you know, I wouldn't necessarily rule it out, but that doesn't feel quite right here with the Muse card. It's someone who inspires you to step up and be the best that you can be. Like your best buddy who just, you know, you have a down day and you think, oh, you know, I shouldn't pursue this because blah blah blah, and they're like, well, of course you should, you're amazing at it, you know, you have a gift, you should pursue this. This is what I'm really feeling here. Oops. I also think, you know, that they might come out of the blue. You know, that ring on my doorbell just as I was about to leave the video running for a few moments longer, it giving you the peace and the quiet and the space to listen to your intuition. And then out of nowhere, my doorbell rings. I feel like this person might just almost come out of nowhere, or even come out of the woodwork. It could be someone you know, and you never knew that they thought this way about you. You never knew that they believed in you. You just had no idea. What else do we have here? We have Sister of Shambhala shows the way. The little one rises. Surrender, sensitive sister, be moved by the moon. Wow. How interesting. Can you see here as well, just behind in the Muse card, there is a big full moon just behind these two pillars as well. Cherry blossom falling here. It looks like a big hand coming in. I'm not actually sure what this is, but it looks like a hand coming in. Yeah, we have a moon here. Okay, now, if you are interested in astrology or working with the moon, it could be that you're being encouraged to pursue that avenue. Again, it's getting in touch with the planets, with the energy of the planets, the energy of the moon. Thank you, by the way, all of you who've been supporting me in my work by buying my my Manifest with the Moon diary and journal. I just put that one in because I am so grateful. Thank you. You know, they are being printed on demand, and I know a few people have said they've tried to get them and they're not available. I think it just happens if they only sort of allocate so many a day, but if you just keep on checking in, you will be able to get them, and the links are all in the description box. But yeah, be moved by the moon. The little one rises. You know, I think I'm going to read to you something from this card. It just seems so relevant because this is about being guided by many, actually. I think physically somebody in the physical, three-dimensional world is arriving to be your muse, to support you, to have your back, to walk with you, to sit on your shoulder, to assist you in staying on track, and to encourage you really to trust and believe in what you're seeing. These cards, you know, surrender, sensitive sister, it's about recognizing trust. When you know something, you actually know it. It's like learning to trust your intuition, learning to trust. And this is sort of saying, you know, you are rising, you are discovering, you are doorways are opening for you. I'm going to read to you from this card, I think, here, just because it seems so relevant. Look at that, it's opened on almost the right page, but literally that's the ending of it here. How interesting. Where are we? So we have, yes, Sister of Shambhala shows the way. You have many brothers and sisters who are guiding you now. They understand where you are on your divine path and how to successfully navigate all matters of concern so that you can cross the threshold from the old world to the golden temple. Your prayers for your purpose to be revealed and to manifest have been heard, as have your prayers for help in all matters, and you shall be shown the way through, supported every step of the way. Guidance. Shambhala is a sacred spiritual place where many highly advanced spiritual beings are said to reside in service to the spiritual evolution of humanity. The only difference between these beings and the rest of humanity is the degree to which their will is in alignment with the divine. This oracle brings you a nudge on your path from the holy ones, a loving but definite push in a particular direction to fulfill your divine destiny. You'll feel the guidance for what steps you need to take and when from within your own heart. If you ever waver into impatience or confusion, come out of your head and listen closely to your heart. Listen to your intuition. This is a heart sense, it's not a head sense. If you'll know what you need to do and when you need to know it. You'll know what you need to know and when you need to know it. Trust in the beings that love you unconditionally and trust in yourself. Okay, now I'm not going to read any more. That was really the essence, I think, of what I wanted to say, because that in many ways is the essence of your reading. We'll draw more cards for you now, but this really is the essence of what's being said here. I think what is knocking on your door, and this is what we're going to get more cards about here now, we're going to draw some clarifying cards, additional tarot cards for you, is who this is. Because I think with the Muse, I think there are galactic beings surrounding you. Your galactic family are connected with you, they are communicating with you, they are nudging you forwards into doing your work, your calling here on earth at this time, in this lifetime, at this moment. And I think someone is being sent to you to have your back, to sit on your shoulder, to assist you, to inspire you, to be your muse, to assist you to see, to assist you to discover your gifts fully. To teach you to know that your knowing is right. This is what is showing up, my beautiful pile one. Oh, this is magical. There was so much golden light arriving as I was just starting to do these readings, and now I'm really seeing why. Okay, may we please ask about the Muse, please? May we ask, what is knocking? Who is knocking on the door here? Who is this knocking on the door here? Who is knocking on the door for my pile one? Because it does feel like it's a who, actually. I feel we want all these, actually. We have the Two of Swords. Ah, how interesting. I've always felt that the Two of Swords in this pack, because of the Tower, it reminds me of the Tower card. Like something is coming to a point, you're at a turning point, you're at a crossroads. We can see the crossroads here. Interestingly enough, I feel like something has to change, and it's about freeing you from the limitations, the restrictions, things that you have previously felt were set in stone. It could be your own mindset, it could be real circumstances around you. But you are at a turning point, a crossroads, you're being nudged, guided, communicated with. Gosh, I think some of you might actually physically move. I think you might up sticks and move. We're seeing you sail off into a new horizon, the Eight of Cups. This could be metaphorical, where you're sailing to new horizons, because actually wherever you are and whoever you are sailing to new horizons. You are opening doors, you're trusting your intuition, you are embracing your gifts, and that is a new dawn and a new horizon. That is that for you. Yeah, you're rising. It's like you're taking an ownership of your capacity to create, to create change, to be. I feel like this for me looks like a card of leadership. I've always thought that with this Princess of Discs. Stepping up into a position of leadership, owning what you know. But it's that knowing that what you know is right, rather than it. We so live, don't we, within the confines, and we've got another moon card here. This is really interesting. Knowing that we live within the confines of a world where it's almost as though, I don't know, if mankind hasn't proved it, then it doesn't exist. I know that's not across the board, but we still get quite a bit of that attitude around. And I think you're one of the people who, of many, you know, I mean, there are many of us doing these sorts of things. But I think you have a very, very specific contribution to make in shifting that kind of perspective. Being a leader, stepping up and owning your gifts. Now, two areas are coming through for me here with the moon. I'm connecting back to the astrology, to the energy of the planets, to, I would venture to say, your spiritual people, you know, other beings, otherworldly beings who are wanting to communicate through you. Some of you could be drawn to herbalism. We have mugwort here, but some of you could be drawn to some form of herbalism, connecting to the energy and wisdom of the plants. We have the oak leaves here. Some of you could be connected to astrology, but there is something you are to step into. You've always had this kind of knowing. You've always had this gift, and now it is being opened up for you. Someone is coming to assist you. The moon. Yes, look at this. You have two people here. How interesting. One looks like, one is a warrior with a lioness on her tunic. And the other has her hand here. Again, this is really reinforcing some kind of partnership. Someone who has your back, someone who really knows the depths of your knowledge, the depths of your experience. Someone who can assist you further. We have Judgment and Princess of Cups. Okay, so we have Princess of Discs and the Princess of Cups. Who is this person, this muse? Ah, right. I'm really seeing things in pairs. So this is like a sun to someone's moon. This is the other side of the coin. This is the light side of the moon or the dark side of the moon. Even here we have what looks like it's a quarter moon, the dark side of the moon, the light side of the moon, the crossroads. This is somebody who will help you to sort of be crowned, as it were, in your knowing, in your connection with the angelic realms. Actually, I think you have clearly known this person before. How interesting. This card actually speaks of past lives. But what I want to say to you is, you're not coming together to look back at your previous connection, at the past life. Yes, I think you've come here at a specific moment in time to do this work. And the work is supporting you in stepping into your gifts. I think you've known one another before. Absolutely. Known one another before. We're seeing these connections. Two halves of something. So whatever the connection now, whether it's a bestie arriving on your doorstep or someone you already know who steps up and says, can I help you, I can support you, or it is a partnership. It could be an existing partnership where suddenly out of the blue your partner who you thought wasn't connected to your gifts and things says, you know, you really should be pursuing this, how can I support you? Or it's a new person, or even, you know, if you're engaging in writing about something or moving something forward, someone comes along and assists you in taking it out into the world. But you've known this person before and you're coming together with purpose. You're not coming together to go back and reinvent some aspect of the past life. It's a really clear message coming through here. You're not. Sometimes we come together because something in a past life got broken and we're coming back to try and do what we couldn't do the previous time. I don't think that's the flavour of this. The flavour of this is looking ahead. The flavour of this is now. The flavour of this is we're coming back together because there is purpose, there is calling to your world. There are a whole group of beings, holy ones out there supporting your journey and your evolution right here, right now. And within that space of right here, right now, actually someone is coming in at this designated time, and their purpose is to ensure that you are really supported in stepping up. And this is where it feels like they've got your back, they're with you. But it is interesting, even here, we're side by side. It's fascinating. It would be like, I remember that there's a saying which is no longer relevant to our times. It's no longer relevant to the now. But there used to be a saying which said, behind every successful man there is a woman. And I feel like if we are now able to remove all gender aspects from that, and however you personally identify, I think if we just remove everything and say behind one extraordinary being, or behind every successful extraordinary being, there is another amazing extraordinary being, that's what would sum this up for me. It's like, do you know, they are actually completely equal to you, which is joyous. They're equal to you, and yet there is a devotion. And I'm not suggesting you're not going to be devoted to them, but it's, you both have a common cause, and the common cause is actually you. The common cause is you fulfilling your purpose and your gifts, and that's the common cause. It's you rising. And look what we have, these two, again, we've got this pair of leaves coming together. These drums, they look like drums to me with leaves on them, and coming together. So you yourself, this is your gifts and your purpose in the world here, can rise. Your connection to the angelic realms, you can rise, but you stand here together, side by side. Someone is coming in whose purpose is, it's like you have a purpose, and that is unfolding and becoming clear, and you are being nudged and guided in this direction. And next to that, somebody else is coming along who also sees your purpose, and they are coming alongside you to assist you in whatever way, shape or form that arrives. It is definitely a person coming in here, in human form, a being in human form, and whether they are of the same multi-dimensional connectivity to whatever beings are supporting you, I suspect they may well be. You've certainly, I believe, come together in a past life, but you're not coming together to redo history. You're coming together in the now with purpose. I'm going to draw one more card, I think, my beautiful pile one. This feels profound, actually, is the word. I'm in awe of you. I feel this is very, very, very profound. And what do we have? Enter the Garden of Delights. Just look at that card. Look at the life, the aliveness, the vibrancy, the sparkle, the magic. I need to say another message channeling through here for you, which is, it just comes through with this card, and this one actually too. Well, actually sort of all of them really. It just, every one of your cards just says, anything is possible. And this I'm going to leave you with, and this is me channeling that message for you. Anything is possible. You simply have to hold the right mindset and frame your energy correctly. This is what is being said. Yes, frame your energy correctly. Anything is possible if you hold the right mindset and frame your energy correctly. Someone, beautiful souls, is coming in to assist you. Pile one, loving your reading. Thank you for joining me today. It is an honour to read for you. Truly, truly a privilege. Thank you for checking us out, checking out the Moon Magic Tarot channel. It is a joy to read for you. It really is. Blessings to you all. Have an amazing week. I do post several readings a week, a moon month update, bigger zodiac readings on Patreon, all kinds of stuff. I have a big online library full of information to do with emotions and psychology and I have a moon diary and journal, as mentioned. If you're fascinated or interested in manifesting with the moon or learning about the influence of the moon, do check it out. You know, it's really, for me, it's been mind-blowingly life-changing to navigate with greater awareness of our interconnectedness with all of life, including our beautiful planetary brothers and sisters. So I shall leave you with this, my beautiful souls. Tons of love. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and just I can't wait to see you for another reading really soon. Tons of love. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have Awakened Spirit. This is the card of number 4. Desire to change. It's interesting, this is the number of this rune is 21. So we have like a 1, a 2, 1 and 2 is 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like there's a progression being shown here for you. And even this turtle, can you see it's not stationary? It's actually like it's moving. If I can show you probably on the card, I think the camera might pick it up better. Can you see if I place it on the body, that like you look at its little feet, it looks like it's actually walking. There is a progression taking place. Now we're asking, you know, what's about to knock on your door? Curiously enough, I sort of almost feel like you've knocked on your own door, or you've opened a door to something. Or a door has already been opened and you're not quite sure what to do next. The rune of gateways suggests that we're going to take a pause and have a review and a look around and check out what to do next. So I'm curious, you know, where are you climbing to? What's happening for you, my beautiful Pile 2s? Let's have a look and ask. May we have information? What is about to knock on the door of Pile 2, please? I'm actually seeing it's that top one and that one there. We will also draw a herbal astrology card. May we ask what is about to knock on the door of Pile 2? Or indeed, is the door already? I just can't help feeling like you've already opened the door. So what's walking up to your door? What's arriving in your world? What is going to give you an opportunity to step through? Yeah, it's almost like to step through the door. I have this card. I'm going to draw 2 from this pack for you. I feel this is what we are being shown. So we have nettle, action. Yes. Mars, Pluto. This is the planetary connections to this card. Mars is about action. Pluto is about rebirth. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's less to do with it's not what's knocking on your door. It's almost, yeah, I feel like you've opened a door already and now you don't quite know where to go next. It's like, how do you step through that door? Now we have here in reverse, okay, 2 cards in reverse. We've got the Divine Physician, which is about bringing healing, guided healing. And then we have Up in the Air. The Up in the Air card means that something still needs to happen before you can move forwards. In reverse, the time is right to move forwards, especially with the card of action. The time is right for some form of healing, actually. To move forwards, to climb out of one situation and move to another. What do we have here? White Mantra Mother protects. Beautiful. How interesting. This card, Surrender, Sensitive Sister, Be Moved by the Moon, came out in Pile 1. Tender Trust, Beloved Body. Okay. I am seeing some need for some form of healing here. I think something has happened in your world that's left you feeling as though it was, you were left up in the air, basically. Now, regardless of what initiated that, regardless of what happened. And I do feel we're being asked to look forwards, not necessarily looking back. Now is the time to take action. Something happened to sort of open the door for you, okay? Yeah, something happened that's created a space of profound transformation for you. And whatever that was, you've now got to sort of work out what to do with it. It's kind of almost like, you know when you have one of those, what's that word, an epiphany, that's the one, an epiphany. You've had an epiphany of profoundness, and you can never see something in the same way ever again. You know, when something becomes really clear to you, and you can never see yourself or the circumstances or the situation in the same way again. And this card is, for me, is like saying it all, really. We just put our beautiful turtle here. Look at this. It's like, whoa, it's like blinded by the light. Years ago, there was a song when I was like a teenager. It used to go, blinded by the light. I can't remember the rest of the words. Da 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 da. Runa in the night. I don't know what that song was, but I feel like this is it. It's like blinded by the light. Something has awakened you. Something has already knocked on your door, or the door opened and you were like, whoa, I didn't expect to see that, but now I've seen it. And now you've got to work out how to climb forwards. Something has opened for you. A gateway is there. It's like you're stood in the gateway. It's like, so the doorway is there. You're in that doorway. You're in that archway. I'm being shown this kind of archway. Like, what do you do next? What do you do now? How do you move forwards? How do you climb forwards from this position of, I can never go back. I can never see things in the same way again, because you can't. Once you've seen something, you've seen it. You can't pretend you don't know it. You can't pretend you don't see it. You are being protected here, which is beautiful. You're being protected. You're being guided to trust that what you have seen is right. It's true. It's real. And there is a need to look ahead. Now, if any of you have had any physical problems, it could be even like mental health problems, physical problems, health issues that relate to any aspect of your health, emotional health, psychic health. If any of you have experienced anything at all that has sort of been, again, an awakener, life transforming, it's changed your perspectives, you look at things differently. It probably put your world on hold, you know, for a while. It felt like everything was up in the air. And now you're in a place, well, how do I actually change this? How do I move forwards from here? But action is required. So what is knocking on your door kind of next or now? Because I feel like I'm looking at what's happened and where you're sitting now, or where you're standing now, almost at this place of no return. You can't go back. You can't pretend you don't know what you know, because you do know what you know, and you can't pretend. This reminds me, years ago when I was working with a group of students in my days when I worked full-time as a psychotherapist and a counsellor, and I remember we had a get-together after a break, and I was tutoring a particular group of students, and I have permission to share this, so I can voice this, and it won't breach any confidentiality anyway, but one of the students had spent like the whatever it was, like a half-term break or whatever it was, with family. And she just said, I haven't had a proper big family get together since I've started doing this course. And we were probably well into about 9 or 10 months in. So there's a lot of peeling back of the layers. I mean, this is the nature of the stuff, really. You peel back the layers, you look at yourself. Ultimately, it's a personal journey. And she just said, I went in and there were all my family dynamics laid out in front of me. And she just said, I realized I'm never going to see you all in the same way again. And it wasn't negative, because it was an eye-opener, and it made her start to make a lot of sense of herself, you know. And this is the journey and the nature of that kind of training. You know, it's a personal journey. These training courses are not just about helping others. They are ultimately, in the end, about taking, you know, something forwards, but they're about understanding ourselves. And she just said, I'm never going to see my family again. And sort of jokingly, she said, I don't know whether, you know, ignorance was actually bliss before, but I can never go back. You know, and it was, she said, I could swan through my family get-togethers relatively easily, but now I'm just looking around and I'm seeing things through such a different lens. And we kind of had a bit of a giggle about it, and realised, you know, ultimately, as she said, you know, it's the best possible thing, because for her own personal growth, it was amazing. But there was this almost like shell shock for her, because it was, I think it was a very big family gathering, and therefore it was so directly obvious, because she'd had such a period of time before all of these people had come together, and she'd done all this training and all this soul searching and peeling back the layers. So that was kind of where it was at. But wow, I kind of feel like you're in that sort of a zone somehow of this sort of, whoa, I can't go back. I can never see it differently, nor should you, because this is, you know, you're evolving. This is why we're here. We're evolving. So what is about to knock at your door now? Let's draw tarot cards and ask. Let's draw your tarot cards, because I feel I've got tons of information about where you are. I can see something's opened the door, or you've been blinded by the light, whatever that is. So let's, whatever that experience was, it's life-changing. Now, what is next for my beautiful pile 2? What is knocking on their door to assist them in this moment? What is coming next? What is about to knock on your door? I feel that one. And that. Okay, let's just look at the base of the pack too. Princess of Cups. Okay, that's a nice card. It feels quite measured, quite balanced, quite and look, we have the King of Wands underneath too. How interesting, we've got like a Sun card and a Moon card here. We've got fire and we've got water. Okay, so I feel there's going to be a balance. I'm going to put these up here and we'll look at the rest of your cards. Princess of Cups, King of Wands. So we have fire and water, the sun and the moon. Okay, and then we have the moon again. How interesting. I was about to comment on the moon here as well. So you've got a lot of moon energy coming in here. Okay. Move our little turtle. 2 of discs we have. We have the Knight of discs. We have the Emperor. Ah, okay. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Empress as well. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. Goodness me. Right, I'm going to shift all these cards down a row just so that I can get everything in. I think that you're maybe shifting in part from a place where back to you can't go back. Now you've seen something, you can't see it differently. So something's awoken you and you can't go back on that one. You've seen it, it's real, and you know it's real, and you can't pretend you don't know it. That's the energy that's around you right now. So what is knocking on your door? I think there's an opportunity in this. Literally, it's like opportunity knocks. Okay. The Emperor is going on a quest, a mission. Whatever you've seen, whatever has been shown to you, you can bring it to harvest in some way. This is literally opportunity knocks. You can do something with this experience. Now, whether you, I don't know, whether you write about it, whether you write about this, how you take it forward, I do not know. But it's like it's given you a mission. It's given you a mission, a purpose, and you can do something. You've been shown something and you can do something with it. This is what it's knocked on your door already. You know, this is the blinded by the light. This is the seeing something differently. You can do something with this. Now, I think you're going to get every bit of assistance you need. We've got lots of partnership energy here. Even with the moon, we've got the dark side and the light side of the moon. We've got two figures here. We've got two sides of the same coin. Ah, yes, two sides of the same coin here. We've got the masculine, we've got the sun energy, the moon energy. We've got the masculine, we've got the feminine, the Emperor, the Empress. The Knight of Discs, harvest. The Wheel of Fortune, which can turn in many ways either way. Right, I think that whatever has been shown to you already, I'm seeing you become a mediator or a voice in the middle, or you can do something with this. You can bring something to harvest. You can help people to sow seeds, even if there's division. This apple has been cut in half, or this pear or peach or whatever it is. This fruit has been cut open in half. Things that have been split. We've got all this masculine, feminine. If you think of the higher vibration of the masculine and the feminine coming together, the higher vibration is unity, it's balance, it's equality, it's seeing things from both sides of the story, valuing the masculine and the feminine, but by that I voice, you know, no gender within that, but the masculine and the feminine that sit within us each. I feel like things that have been split or divided or challenged, you have the ability to see it from both sides. Your mission, your quest, is to be able to bring harmony and balance out of circumstances that have been split or are in kind of deep water or are not understood from both sides of the story or are imbalanced because there's too much masculine or indeed could be too much feminine. Your role, your purpose, your higher purpose. It's funny, these readings so far seem to be really tuning into higher purpose. The opportunity that's knocked on your door or is now knocking because of what has already, the door's already been opened, and what is now knocking on your door is an opportunity. I think this could be a career pathway for you, but it's like you can bring balance, you can bring harmony, you can bring productivity through balance, you can fix, you can take situations that would be broken and you can turn them around in some context within your world. Now, this could be a personal circumstance where you become the mediator within a family. I'm seeing this more as a job. I'm seeing this more as a calling. I'm seeing the Knight of Discs here as an opportunity to bring in a harvest, to create, to earn money from this. Which is why I think there's a potential for a calling. Now, there could be a partnership involved here, because we are seeing all of these partnerships as in sun energy, moon energy. Sun energy, well, masculine, feminine. Seeing things from both sides of the coins, being a mediator. Being a healer, the divine physician. I think whatever the real experiences that you've had, you can do something with it that will be of benefit financially to you as well as to others. And there is definitely a balance thing going on here. Seeing things from both sides of the story, managing something from equal perspectives, turning the wheel for the better for humanity. It's like a mission, a calling, a quest. You can bring things to fruition, you can bring things to harvest, you can fix things basically. And it's this awakening, this opening, this being shown something, so you no longer see things in the same light. It's exactly this that enables you to then take on a new role in some way, shape or form. I'm going to draw another card for you. May we have information, please? May we have a little bit more around this potential celestial rose of Ma. Let's place this bang in the middle. I feel like I want 2 cards from this pack for you, my beautiful pile 2. This is a lovely Rumi oracle. There is your card. And the courage of your love. Oh my goodness me. Look at this couple here standing again. Gosh, if any of you are thinking of doing couples counselling or mediation, or look at the spotlight on this couple here. And then this crystal ball. This crystal vision here. With these cards, now we are seeing this couple. I feel that this blinded by the light. Whatever happened to wake you up, okay? Whatever happened to wake you up, even if it was challenging, however it arrived. I feel like we're not being asked to look back, we're being asked to look forward. But however it arrived, it's actually been a phenomenal spiritual gift, and it is putting you in touch with the power of love. The power of holding love, holding balance, understanding that things can be seen from different perspectives. And if we can hold those perspectives in love, in light, if we can dive into the deeper stuff and still hold a balanced perspective, we can create shifts and turns and bring forth a harvest, whatever circumstances are there. This mediation element here. Whatever took place was really significant for you, pile 2. And it did cause you to feel as though your world was literally up in the air. Now you are moving forward, and the gift that is literally the opportunity that is knocking on your door is the outcome of that situation. It's what you do with what you experienced. You know, this is the power of the now. Is what we do with what we, it's not what happened, it's what we do with what happened. It's what we do with the learning, how we take it forwards, how we embrace that. And you are now on a quest, a mission. You've been given a quest, a mission to be able to generate harmony and love, irrespective of the challenges that you may have faced. Action is needed on your part. Action is needed. I do wonder whether someone will be coming in. We've got so much partnership here. I am uncertain here. I will be really honest, my pile 2, whether you are going to find someone who comes in to, you know, to balance, to do this work with you, or whether you are like a soul light coming in to create balance, to create harmony. Whether the gift is your calling, your purpose, and yeah, you become a mediator, a couples counsellor, or someone even just within the context of your family who can hold things together within your communities, who can see things from different perspectives and still hold the balance and still hold the light, shining a light on the truth of something and still holding love. Not allowing stuff to dissolve into sort of, you know, emotional intensity. And yet, it could be that someone comes in to assist you because we have a lot of partnership energy here. I will just have a sneaky peek more. Let's just draw a couple more cards for you, my lovely pile 2. I mean, we may not be shown. It may just be that we're being shown the opportunity that's knocking on your door is to do something from the experience that you've had. Ace of Discs. This is suggesting a kind of a career pathway forwards, actually. It really is. It is an opportunity knocking on your door. Whatever happened to you, you can use this experience to help others. Three of Swords, yeah, you can help people to say no to things that aren't okay. You can help people to bring balance back into their lives. You can help people to see things clearly. Yeah, we have the 6. You can bring back peace. You can bring back harmony. You can choose. Show people they have a choice in how they react to something. Thinking back to my student, and she said, you know, actually, I'm never going to see my family in the same light again. But, you know, we chuckled about it. We laughed about it. We had a giggle. And some of what she was seeing was pretty huge in terms of the implications on her and her life story. But she was so willing and open through the eyes of love to carry that forwards, to integrate it into her world and into not only her own growth and learning, but into her personal world as well, and into her work, therefore to be able to assist others. I think this is lovely. I think you're going to be able to help people re-find peace. Absolutely. Get grounded. Get their head, get their head back into the light. Whatever happened to you, health challenge, physical, emotional, psychological, your mental health, your spiritual health, you've had an awakening. Whether it's connected to relationships, the way people operate, like my student family stuff, you've had an awakening. You can do something with this. You can assist others. You can help others to remain grounded. But I think you can earn a living from this. I feel that the real gift, the opportunity knocks, is sending you on a pathway that is absolutely, this is what is knocking on your door. It's an invitation. Yes, and look at this, to have 2 aces, Ace of Swords and Ace of Discs. I think the real opportunity here, the thing that is really knocking on your door now, is you've been through something major. What are you going to do with it now? Rather than sitting here deliberating and thinking, oh, how do I ever pick up the pieces? You don't have to pick up the pieces. You need to look at this, take forward every ounce of what you've learned, and you can move this into a whole career path, however you move it forwards. With clear thinking, you can anchor it, you can ground it, you can help people to say no to imbalance, to conflict. You can shift people to look at the world through the eyes of love, generosity, care. You can do something with this. And you're going to be making a major contribution to the lack of balance that exists in the world. So however this is, and whatever you have seen or experienced that was an awakener, And the awakening may have been quite a rude awakening. It may have felt like you've really basically seen that something is really, really, really not okay. And it's like, wow, I've never realized that that is not okay before, but I've just seen it for what it is. You can do something with that. And it's showing you a very, very fruitful, beneficial career pathway ahead. My beautiful, beautiful pile twos. This is your reading. Wow. Keep us posted on how you go with this and how you move this forwards. I feel like this was a biggie, really, but you're at that turning point with Gateway, with Thursday. You're at that point of stepping through the gateway and doing something with this, which is amazing. Amazing energy. You are an awakened spirit. Now you have knowledge, you have awareness. You are in a space where you can make something come from this in such an amazing way that it will be of benefit not only to you but to others. Pile 2, it's a joy to read for you if this is resonating with you. Thank you so much for being here, for joining me for today's readings. I post readings several times a week, always on a Sunday with weekly guidance actually, where we tune in and just ask for an immediate message for you right now. I post moon monthly updates. We've got a new moon coming up at the time of this. It's a timeless reading, to be fair, isn't it? But you know, I've got a new moon month set of readings coming up for all zodiac signs. Also bigger readings on Patreon. There's a ton of stuff that I do, but Super Souls, do check out everything that I do. I'll put all the links in the description box for you, and I do have an amazing moon diary and journal if you're interested in manifesting with the moon. I'll be doing webinars about those soon as well. So Super Souls, tons and tons and tons of love, pile 2. I think you're really going to make something positive out of whatever happened. You know, you were blinded by the light, but wow, it has felt like an awakening, and my goodness me, I think you're going to do something powerfully positive with this, whatever that was for you. Tons of love, my beautiful souls. See you soon. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Between Worlds, New Directions. Interesting, it's number 5, and we also have the Venus star, the 5-pointed star. This is the dance between Venus and the Sun. And you have Jira, harvest. I'm really struck by us looking at these symbols actually individually look like Kano, the rune of openings, and we have 2 of them pointing in 2 different directions. I'm wondering if you are in between 2 different directions, moving from one direction into another, energetically moving from one direction to another. Now we're asking what is about to knock on your door. Literally, what's going to knock on your door? Something that is going to bring something to fruition, to harvest for you. I'm wondering whether this is something you have already invested in is going to come to fruition. There's also an opportunity to move something forward, something knocking on your door that takes something forward simultaneously. Could be more than one thing knocking on your door. Pile 3. May we have information, please, for my beautiful pile 3. May we have information for my lovely pile 3. Okay, here are your first 3 cards. We have She Rides with Wild Spirit Unbroken. Oh, there's a real sense of freedom. I feel like the turtle is like flowing into this beautiful figure, the energy of this figure here. Let's move them along so I think we can then get everything in to this top row. We then have Sister of Shambhala Shows the Way. Beautiful. This means you're being guided. You're being supported. You are being given, I mean, literally holy guidance, like other beings supporting you, enabling you to transform, and blessing of the kite dancer. You're overcoming something. You're freeing yourself from something. This is what I'm seeing coming here. You are freeing yourself from something. This is why we have 2 harvests. 2 harvests. It's like 2 runes of openings coming in the harvest. So there's something from the past Maybe it's coming to fruition, but in a way, I think you might be letting go of something from the past. It comes to a point of fruition, a turning point, but there's a new harvest, a new direction coming in here. Letting go of one thing, and within that freedom, you overcome some block. You are free to move forwards. There's something that's going to come in that's going to free you to take a leap into something new. What is this about for my lovely pile 3? Oh, views of the ego. Okay. Oh, well, that better come through too. The divine physician. Okay, and then we have... No, that doesn't feel right. That's your card. Jurgen Sasha, yeah. This is, I always think, this immediately takes me to the Tower card of the tarot. And you know, Jurgen Sasha is a plant, a herb, a medicinal, its medicinal characteristics. Basically, it neutralizes poison. It takes away toxins. So if you have been held back by any, we have the divine physician, any physical challenges, even an addiction, some kind of an addiction, any toxicity, you are now in a position to, you're being healed. What is knocking on your door is something that's going to heal you now and transform you. Because we also have views of the ego, I'm going to really say that the greatest focus in your reading, pile 3, is that you have been on the end of some form of kind of psychic warfare, or somebody's negative vibes, or, you know, somebody's intent. When someone... somebody's intent is everything, isn't it? You know, if somebody does something, I was thinking about this just the other day, so I give you this example that I was thinking, it's slightly topsy-turvy initially, but basically I was cooking something, and I was really thinking about cooking with love. And, you know, I think when you cook food and you put lots of love into it, then people receive not just the food, but they receive the love that you put into it. And while I was cooking this and preparing this meal, and thinking about how sometimes food is put together without love and in a slapdash way, it also took me into the realms, as my mind was wandering, of intent, really. It's the intent, the power of the intent of our mind. And of course, just as we can place intent and love into things, sometimes people place intent of the opposite of love. They can put in a very low vibrational energy into something. And ultimately, with the law of attraction and karmically, that will come back to those people 1,000-fold. There's no question of it. But it doesn't mean that if that intent is delivered towards you, that you won't pick up on it. So if somebody is thinking something that is perhaps untrue or negative or destructive towards you, something that's just really arrogant or egotistical, this is what I'm seeing here. Arrogant, egotistical, self-righteous. I'm right. He or she is wrong, or he, she, they, however you identify. I just feel that this is, in all honesty, this is really saying what is knocking on your door is that this is ending. We're getting a healing here. We have healing coming in here. And I'm seeing you being protected. I'm seeing you being guided. I'm seeing you... Something from the past, it's interesting, it comes to fruition. It's come to its end. And that is a major blessing. Something is knocking on your door that is going to assist you in knowing that this has come to an end. It's like the dam will open. You're released from something. That's what it feels like. You're literally released from something. Now, I don't know how this is going to arrive, because we are asking what is about to knock on your door. And, you know, I just thought you couldn't write it, could you? Right at the beginning, when there I was just saying, I'll just press the pause button for a moment, or you can press the pause button, I'll leave the video running. And then somebody literally rings my doorbell. They knock on my door. I think that's just fascinating. Just fascinating that that happened at that time. So I feel like something is going to knock on your door and arrive that will assist you to find healing and be free of something. Okay, very, very interesting. Very interesting energy. Let's draw more cards. What is this actually? Can we ask for more information? Obviously it's a general reading. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Ooh, 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 this is really interesting. I'm really hearing two things, like Ticket to Ride. You know that that Beatles song, isn't it? She's got a ticket to ride. That song's coming through. It's like being given or a ticket to travel, a ticket to ride, an opportunity to leave, to move to somewhere else, an opportunity to walk away. Yeah, something's arriving that will free you from some form of sort of almost like psychic invasion, negativity. You're being healed. You're absolutely being healed. I mean, I feel like this scenario's come to an end anyway. I almost feel, I have to just voice this, whatever that egotistical, arrogant sort of there's some sort of power dominance going on over here. Whatever this is. I feel like with the law of attraction, they've sort of strangled themselves. It's like their tower is crumbling. It's like the law of attraction and the law of karma has kicked in, and you cannot put intent into the world that causes damage to others and assume there are never any karmic repercussions. I feel like they're having to sort of like, I'm going to just say swallow their own poison. I just feel like there's something going on here, that this has come to an end. The arrogance, the self-righteousness, the power dominance, this is crumbling now. And that's good because it needed to. So I'm actually just going to pop those over there. I sort of feel this needs to sit on that here, and then we can move over here to the rest of your reading. In fact, I actually just feel like I want to cover that up completely. We'll just do this, and I'm going to bring our rune down here. Okay, that's past and done. Okay, we're done. And now, and it's really interesting, I said something would come to fruition. I think it has. I think karmically something's come to fruition, and the fruition for you is that you're free to move beyond something. You're not tangled in it anymore. It's not coming at you anymore. It can't. That's ended. So the fruition for you is that something has reached its own point of kind of karmic sorting out. And you don't have to do anything about that. That's done. You need to focus on your own healing. And which is why there is a fruition, a harvest for you. Now something's arriving here. It could be a piece of information that helps you to know that this is over. But maybe you don't even need to know. It may just be that really this is about freeing you to move forwards, freeing you from any form of toxicity. Something coming into your world that helps you to physically, emotionally, psychically, psychologically, your mental health, in every possible way to be free. And we have the Ace of Wands, passion, desire, new beginnings, all of that energy available, energy coming back to you. But this is interesting. I think some of you, there could literally be a ticket to ride. This just came through so strongly. A ticket to ride, a ticket to freedom. What else do we have here? Yeah, look at this. This is over. But yeah, this is very interesting. I suspect you will be given some kind of validation or acknowledgement that this has ended. Because I'm seeing you move forwards. You may even make just a very clear choice. But I feel like this is arriving. This is knocking on your door. There'll be some kind of acknowledgement that something is over, something is ended. You'll know it. Yeah, and this is a card of harvest. Look at this. Knight of Discs, a card of harvest. I feel like your story is unfolding here, pile 3. So, and it does feel very much a story that's being shown to us in your reading today. So whatever this was about, the, you know, ego, narcissism, dominance, power, all of that stuff, somehow the universe is the repercussions of that have arrived back to the source of that problem, that psychic energy. That is now, you don't have to deal with that at all. It's done. But you will receive some acknowledgement of it, I think. And that acknowledgement means that you're able to be completely free. It's like you'll know you're free of it. You can make choices. Something's going to, a piece of information that kind of liberates you. It's like once and for all, you know that's dead and gone. And that's really helpful. Now, your healing, maybe you're going to go on a holiday or a trip, but ticket to ride. I don't know whether this is just freedom to ride with Wild Spirit Unbroken, or literally moving, relocating, an opportunity to travel, new horizons opening up for you, new visions between worlds, new directions. I'm going back to something comes to fruition. Now, I think this comes to fruition for you in a really powerfully positive way, because I think psychically you've probably struggled and done battle with this stuff. So something of this ends, which is marvelous. You're free of it. Somehow, whatever this is, you are able to be free of it. So you reap a harvest from this anyway. But I also think there may be something else coming in here that is quite significant for you. You know, a genuine other harvest, something else coming in that you've worked at. A seed you sowed a while ago that comes in, it reaches that point of harvest. I mean, within every harvest there are the seeds of another. When we bring in wheat, it's why traditionally, certainly here in the UK, traditionally in times of old, they used to always in a field would leave a stack of corn, one like sheath of corn, and it was symbolic of leaving some seeds to reseed themselves. It was the acknowledgement of the seeds to come from the following harvest, honouring the land, honouring the harvest that had been brought in. And I feel like we've got both an ending and a completion, hence between the worlds, an ending and a completion and a new. One kind of harvest coming in and a new one emerging. Let's draw some clarifying cards here, because I sort of feel like this is sorting itself out. And maybe you are, you know, you're free now because something is knocking on your door. Something's coming to you, some information that will let you know that this is over, even if it's really sad. It's completely right, and it frees you up. Look at this, another 5 of Swords. How interesting. So this is really cutting your losses almost, making decisions that are really important for you. And the 2 of Swords, we have a card of a crossroads, a significant crossroads. And what do we have here? Look at these cards here, beautiful souls. We have another Tower. A crossroads, a turning point. I think some information will come to you about this, so you'll know it's kind of over, and it will free you to make choices and decisions that are right. It isn't without sadness, but it's completely right for you to do so. Cutting some ties, really. How interesting that we have the Venus star shape, the 5-pointed star again, and another Tower. I feel like you're being freed from something, and something, I'm curious to know how this is going to arrive. Two of discs. Something's going to be cut open and shown. This is what we're seeing here. We've got the Two of discs. We have the swords here with an apple. Something's going to be exposed. Yes, this is what I'm seeing here. Something will be exposed that will enable you to make a really clear-cut choice. And it frees you. It completely frees you. You know, when there's just, again, it's that negative psychic stuff, the ego stuff, I think it's getting sorted. Something's going to be exposed. It will be revealed. That will free you to make really clear-cut choices as to what you're going to do and how you're going to do it, to make those decisions that are right for you. You're free from something. You're free to move on. I sort of feel like I want to move all these over here. I just feel these all belong over here. Okay, I feel like I'm accumulating a pile of stuff over here, but it feels right to do so. There's so much empowerment in your reading, my beautiful pile 3. And I think it's important to voice that empowerment, because I think this has been basically some pretty heavy shit, actually, going on that you've been really trying to tackle. I mean, people who are very egotistical, very narcissistic, it's really, really, really hard work, you know, because you're constantly sort of combating it in some way. And this is joyous, because this is what's going to be knocking on your door. It's the cutting open of something so it can be seen for what it is, but within that cutting open there are the seeds of the new, which is why it is a harvest. Now, what is the harvest that is then coming in for you? What is coming with this freedom? A 10 of Cups. Fabulous. Okay, love, connection, family, joy. Look at this, we're kind of high-fiving here. This is seriously good. This is seriously good. If this connects to some sort of family situation, I think you're going to find that there will be some form of family cohesion that comes from this. But however we're looking at this, this is part of the harvest. Cohesion, connection. May we see what else might be shown. What else is in the harvest pot? Okay, the 8 of discs. And the Knight of Cups. Gorgeous. We've got Knight of Discs and Knight of Cups. So we've got 2 knights. So we've got some energy that's we're seeing things move forwards. Okay. I just think because your energy is freed up, you're free to invest your time and energy differently. You can work at something. Like if this is taken up your headspace and your airplay, you're going to be able to move forwards. You know, if this has literally been doing your head in and you've been like, you not knowing which direction to go in, you're going to get clarity. You're going to know how you want to move forward. You're going to get yourself centered again. You can invest your energy where you want it. I can't get over the high-fiving here. It's just really lovely. If this is in any way connected to some sort of family stuff or, you know, a group, it's going to have the group health will be returned somehow. Four of Swords. And so we've got 2 4s. Super, super nice cards coming through here for you. Now the 4 of Swords, it's that lovely stationary point after a conflict. When we can just I always feel like we can get still and meditate. We're not tangled in anything anymore. We can finally, it's like an arrival point when we can stop, get still, meditate, see the answers. And the 4 of Wands as well, sorry, the 4 of Discs, we can do something with this. You're coming out on top. Yeah. You're coming out on top of this. And I think you've done battle with this actually for probably a little while. This is your freedom. That's what's coming to you. What is about to knock on your door is the freedom from some kind of I'll just call it psychic energetic circumstance that has tangled you, caused you great difficulty, dilemma, headspace, taken up your airplay, caused you strife and inner challenge, and it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end because it is actually karmically reaching its natural conclusion. It's almost like it is, I think it literally has stifled itself. I don't think people who operate negatively can continue forever. Something gets spliced open and seen for what it is. And within that, there are the seeds of the new. You are free to finally make proper choices and decisions. There is a sadness around it, but you know, there's greater liberation than there is sadness. That's for sure. I just see you being liberated in every way. I'm seeing harmony in your personal life, as in your family, your romantic life, your connections. I'm seeing harmony in that you're free to work, to give your focus to your world. Some of you could genuinely have an opportunity to move away. You might physically move away from something, but either way, the harvest that's coming in for you and the thing that is knocking on your door is liberation and freedom, pile 3, from something that has really given you, excuse my language, but a fucking hard time. That's what I'm really hearing. It's like, whoa, time this was put to a stop, and it almost feels like karmically, angelically, it's getting sorted, and not without love. You know, it literally is a point in time when just it's time that healing occurred and that things got sorted out and that people were responsible for their actions, and it's almost as if the universe is stepping in and that is now getting attended to. And I feel like you are going to be free to move on, and I actually feel almost like I want to come up for air. And I'm minded of turtles. Of course they swim in, you know, in the water, but of course they need to come up for air. And yeah, I feel there is a real massive benefit because your energy is free. You're free to thrive, to fly, to be the angelic earth angel that you are. Pile 3, this is your reading. And I'm thrilled for you. I'm sorry this has been going on. I feel like it's been going on for quite a while. Do you know, sometimes this rune indicates a period of a year. So this could have been going on for a year easily. It's got that kind of intensity about it. But, you know, it's over. And I think what is knocking on your door is the information that will enable it to be permanently over, however that arrives for you. Yeah, and I am very minded of that doorbell ringing. It keeps coming in. So yeah, you may get some news through the post or an email or something like that, or through the grapevine. But one way or the other, it does feel like this is finally getting sorted, you know, and you are most definitely being guided. There's no question of it. Pile 3, thank you for joining me today. I have mentioned perhaps in my readings as well, I do a ton of stuff, so I post readings every 2 or 3 times a week, and a moon month update as well, and bigger all zodiac sign readings on Patreon, all kinds of stuff. So I'll just put all the links in the description box for you, and I have a free online library as well, which has loads of resources there that you can tune into. So do connect in with anything and everything that might be of help and available for you, just to assist, and especially if you want a book to help you with emotions, if you're interested in navigating your emotions as a source of empowerment. I wrote a book called Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness. I also have a moon diary and a journal that are just out now for 2024 if you're passionate like me about manifesting with the moon. There's a ton of stuff, but I'll put all the links below, and the cards that I've used, and anything and everything that might be helpful to you. Pile 3, I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. Tons of love.